Oher said he believed he was adopted by the Tuohy family, but found out this year that it was actually a conservatorship. And he says that the Tuohy family took the money he had coming when the rights to the Blind Side book were sold to make the movie. Lawyers for the Tuohy family say that Oher knew it was a conservatorship and that he was paid everything that he was due. So joining us now, Lisa McCarley. She is a conservatorship and guardianship attorney, and Dr. Marni Hughes, an associate professor of media and public affairs at George Washington University. Thank you both for being here. Lisa, I'd like to start with you. So the Tuohys claim they legally could not adopt Oher, as he was over the age of 18 when he came into their family, and that their only option was a conservatorship if Oher wanted to play for Ole Miss, that is. So we had Paula Froelich on our network weighing in yesterday, saying she found a law review that says in Tennessee, adult adoptions are allowed. So is that the case? Could he have been adopted? And if so, do you think that pokes holes in the Tuohy family's statements?
Yeah, I actually researched that myself from here in California, and absolutely, Tennessee has adult adoption laws. So that does take some credibility away from the Tuohys. I don't know why a lawyer would say that to them, but I found law that said you can adopt a person over the age of 18.
All right. So, Dr. Hughes, a lot of people point to the timing of this being a bit suspicious, saying Oher has a new book out. This is drumming up publicity. What do you make of it?
Well, I think there's multiple things coming in here. First, there's a grown man who is really taking ownership of his story and his narrative in a way that he really hadn't had the opportunity to before. I think it's really, really unfortunate where we see instances where people are manipulated into moments, and that seems like that's what occurred with this young man, with this family that might have had very, very good intentions, but there was an element of manipulation. And he does not feel that he was compensated accurately or fairly for the fact that this entire story is based off of his actual life. This isn't a fairy tale, and he wants to set the record straight.
All right, so let's try to untangle these facts a little bit. Lisa, in the lawsuit, Oher claims that when he signed the documents he was asked to sign by the Tuohys, he was under the belief that this was part of the adoption process, and that it was just this past February he learned those documents were actually conservatorship papers that would take away his legal rights. But an attorney for the Tuohys says that Oher knew about the conservatorship and wrote about it previously. We have that clip, and then we'll come back for a question.
Fact of the matter is, he wrote a book in 2011. And in 2011, he acknowledged in that book on 3 separate occasions in that book that there was in fact a conservatorship.
So Lisa, what is your read on these conflicting statements?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. I would love to see some evidence like what Mr. Oher put on the marriage certificate that he signed probably last fall. But certainly he appears from the court order to have been present at the hearing where a conservatorship was established. And according to the court order, his biological parents were there as well. So I think, and again, just based on what I've read, that they may have used the guardianship order to help him get health insurance that they had. Sometimes health insurance can be provided to a ward or a conservatee that may not otherwise be available. So there may have been some good intentions. As far as the money, an accounting will certainly be done, and we will figure out if the Tuohys actually kept or maintained his funds inappropriately. But I have to say, it is a mystery to me, and he did get married. He has 4 children, so it is, I would say, a little hard to believe that he did not know that he was not adopted by this family. Although, again, it cuts to the credibility of this family that they actually posted on websites for their charity that he was an adopted child. I mean, to me, that's very troubling as well.
Yeah, conflicting on both sides.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.